My Hebrew drip, you know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Qadash, as the curtains of Solomon. Check out my Hebrew drip, you know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, check out my Hebrew drip, you know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. Low with a garment down to the foot. Lil' mama came back and took another look. Them fringes and them studs probably got her shook. But all I can tell her, I am not a crook. Whole team winning. Can't do it by myself, I brought my whole team with me. Tonight I need some help, I plan on killing these niggas. And I ain't talking murder, shorty feeling these niggas. I know she probably heard of us, One West, Harlem, New York, since 1969. Looking for an Israelite woman that I can get behind. Take her to the promised land. Show her good niggas exist. Fuck what her mama saying. You understand? Listen. Fourth dimension blue is my cologne. All I did was say shalom, and she offered me a phone number. Especially when I'm in the zone, I tell fire to the moon. Girl, you playing with the wrong. Check out my Hebrew drip, you know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, check out my Hebrew drip, you know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. And you ain't never seen nothing like it with a drip so hard. Made her straight, she was dying cause a nigga cold as ice and sharper than a knife. I could change your whole life just by making you my white man. Look, that nigga got the boost, beard sprays, man. Look, that nigga got the garment with the shades, man. Look, that nigga got the spikes on his armband, and he got the Sheila David on his charm, man. No, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes, my lady in the dress, they hating, we dead fresh. I'm making their ass sweat with all this masculinity. I can tell she feeling me, my swag on infinity. And this ain't something you can buy. They asking who am I traded in my suit and tie. And I just got a garment from the captain. Catch me in the club smelling like platinum. Check out my Hebrew drip, you know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, check out my Hebrew drip, you know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold. We will make thee borders of gold and studs of silver. Hebrew drip.
Hey, shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh, Shah, Brakathum. To all the brothers, you know what I'm saying? What I just said was Most High, which is Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh is the Most High's name. Bahashem means in the name. Yahweh Shah means is Christ's name, his real name in Hebrew. Barak means bless. Atha means you. Athum is plural for you. All right. One second to lock it. All right, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, make sure that you share this class. If you're watching right now, the link is in the comment section. The link to StreamYard is in the comment section, so you can jump in and go live with us. You know what I'm saying? If you got any questions, if you want to ask any questions, if you want to, participate in the class, which is highly recommended, so that you can get the full aspect of what we're learning here. Give me a 1 if y'all can hear me. Also, you want to make sure that you are logged in, that you sign in for your class attendance. The attendance sheet link is in the comments as well. Make sure that you are signed in for your attendance. We got Princess Ryan in the building. Shalom, sis. Watching live from Philadelphia. Rib of Priest and Officer Barzal. 1 second. I'm just making sure that I share the video. One moment. I just want to make sure that I share this across all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. We want everybody to be able to see these classes and participate. Because of course the world is deprived of the ancient Hebrew language. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are deprived of their native language. All right, and this class is so that we can bring back our native language and our heritage. Because believe it or not, your language is part of your heritage. This is why every nation on the earth has a language. Okay, they teach you their language. They make you a slave and teach their language to you, and they deprive you of your language. So in this class, we are reversing the curse of not having a language. All right, so if you like being in this class, make sure that you subscribe to I.S.U.P.K Florida. Facebook always putting restrictions on me because I share this class too much. And then I gotta combat them and say, yo, I'm a real person. Don't take down my posts. Okay. Nothing to it though. I appreciate Facebook for looking out. They want to make sure that I'm a real person. So now that that's said and done, let's get into it, right? So like I mentioned before, this is a Lashawan Qadash class. What does Lashawan Qadash mean? It means the tongue holy, all right? The holy tongue. Now you might be wondering why it's written tongue holy or language holy, because one rule in Hebrew, you always put the adjective after the noun. The adjective always goes after the noun. Holy is an adjective. That's the first lesson of the day. The word holy or Qadash is an adjective. So if I use it to describe something like this school is holy, right? I would say Qadash, all right? Because it's an adjective. I'm describing something. The marriages in the I.S.U.P.K are Qadash, holy, all right? It goes after the noun. The noun in this case would be language or tongue, okay? Lashawan. Lashawan is the noun, which means language or tongue. So it follows the noun. Now, one other rule is when you're writing in Hebrew, you're writing from right to left instead of left to right in English. Right to left, okay? So this would be your adjective on the left-hand side. This would be your noun on the right-hand side. But the noun goes before the adjective, all right? So you got to understand about the language. It's always going to start from right to left. So if it's on this side, then it's after. It's behind this word. This word is first and this word is second. All right? That's something you might get confused on if you don't know any better. So I figured I'd let you know now. All right? Without any further ado, and that is how you write the word Lashawan Qadash in the ancient Hebrew. Okay? So, what we always do in this class is we first practice the content of this language, which will include the alphabet of the Lashawan Qadash. All right. It also includes the numbers, the numeric system in this language. Okay. Sometimes we go over the numbers, but we won't do that today. What I will do is I'll write the ancient Hebrew up on the board, followed by the Assyrian Hebrew. These are the ancient characters. These are the characters of the ancient Hebrew. All right. These are the characters of the ancient Hebrew language. Okay, I hope y'all can see that. I think y'all can see it pretty well. All right. So these are the ancient Hebrew language. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 characters in the ancient Hebrew alphabet. And to go with those 22 characters are the Assyrian characters. All right, to go with those 22 characters in the ancient Hebrew, there are 26 characters in the Assyrian Hebrew. Now, they have the same pronunciations and the same meanings. The only difference is these are the Assyrian, these are the ancient. The Assyrian was the language we assimilated to during our slavery. It's not a different language, so lucky. I don't want to misspeak, but it's not a different language, but a different writing. All right, it's a different phonetics. Okay, ancient Hebrew, Assyrian Hebrew. It's the same language, different writing. And the pronunciation stays the same. So this character is A. This character is Ba. Ga. Da. Ha. Wa. Not Va. Okay? That's Yiddish. This is not a Va. This is a Wa. Za. Ha. Ta. Ya. Ka. Okay, not Ka, but Ka. La. Ma. Na. Sa. I. Pa. Taza. Kwa. Ra. Sha. And Tha. These are the pronunciations of these characters. All right. 22 pronunciations, 22 characters in the ancient Hebrew, 26 characters in the Assyrian Hebrew. The only reason why there are more characters in the Assyrian Hebrew is because sometimes there is a character that goes at the end of a word that replaces the regular character that will be placed in the middle or beginning of the word. All right, this character only switches if it's at the end of the word. All right. There's 26 characters, but there are 22 letters, so to speak. It's important to know the alphabet of a language if you want to know the language. It's the same with any language you learn. In order to learn a language, you have to know the alphabet. Just like you had to learn when you were in pre-K in kindergarten. You had to learn the language in order to speak it. You had to learn the alphabet. Your teacher made you write your ABCs sometimes twice or 3 times a day, and then you had homework. You had to write your characters again. You had to come back tomorrow and do it all over again and again and again until eventually you learn the alphabet. And once you learn the alphabet, you moved on to learn words. All right? You can't learn the words of a language without knowing the alphabet of that language. Otherwise, you won't know what you're looking at. Okay? It's kind of like the Egyptian hieroglyphs. You can't read a hieroglyph unless you know what those characters represent. You can't read Hebrew unless you know what those characters represent. Okay? If anyone has any questions so far, feel free to type them in the chat. All right, so last week we started to break down the book of Psalms, or it's like it's chapter, the Psalms 83 chapter. All right, Psalms the 83rd chapter. We're gonna continue to do that and recap a few of the words that we covered last week. Some key words that I think a lot of people struggle on. All right. All right, so one of those words was damaya. It looks like this. Damaya, right? Da, the ma, we have ya. Keep in mind, Hebrew is written from right to left. So this is the da, this is the ma, and this is the ya. Damaya. All right, which means silence or pause. Like pause, like for a breath, a moment of silence, right? This is a noun. This word right here is a noun, damaya, which means a pause or a moment of silence. You know what I'm saying? To be silent. But it is not a verb. I want y'all to understand this is not a verb. It's not saying silent, like to be silent. This is a thing. Okay? A moment of silence. All right. Another word is all. We were going over all yesterday, which is looks like this. All right. This is not Allah. These two characters are connected. So it's all. This is the this is the la, but they're connected. So what happens when you connect characters, instead of pronouncing each character and la, the a drops off of the last character. This is what happens when you connect a character. When you connect two characters, this becomes all instead of and la. All right. The only time this would be Allah is if there's a ha at the end. So now it becomes la, and ha. Now this word is la. And now you see what happens because these two characters are connected, the la and the ha. The a at the end of the ha is gone. You get rid of the a at the end of the ha. So now it's la, not la ha, but la. Okay, which means power or God. The word Allah is not a name, but a title. It's kind of like teacher. Okay? In school, you had a teacher, but their name wasn't teacher. They had a name, but you called them teacher because that's their position. That's their title. All right. So this word means power. This word means not to. All right. Similar to la'a. Right? La'a means no. It can also mean not to or not. You understand? It's the same characters except flipped due to context, okay? The all, you understand, is used more formally when you're using it in a sentence. So all damaya, right? So do not be silent. Okay? Whereas la'a is like no. You understand? If I say la'a damaya, meaning do not keep silent, and then you could respond by saying la'a, like no. No, I won't not keep silent. I'm gonna do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? No. La'a. Okay. So these are some of the characters that I know people sometimes struggle with. And another one is, 1 second. Well, this isn't a word that people struggle with, but it is a word, a key word that is worth covering. All right, just so that you guys can keep this in your memory, keep this in your vocabulary. The word is hana. Let me get to it real quick. I slightly covered this last week. I'm gonna go over it again really fast. Hana. This is a word that is seen very often in the Hebrew. Ha-na. All right, and it's pronounced ha-na, not ha-na-ha, but ha-na. The na and the ha are connected. So this is how you would pronounce it. Ha-na. The A at the end of ha gets dropped off because the na and the ha are connected, making it ha-na. All right, ha-na means look, behold, lo. All right. The word lo that always pops up in the Old English. Lo means to look or behold. The Hebrew translation for it is hana. And this is what you have to understand. The King James Bible is written in the Old English as a translation from the Hebrew. Right? The original writings are in Hebrew. The only thing that changed was because people didn't speak Hebrew very often. You know what I'm saying? Because there weren't a lot of the Hebrew language was not very prevalent in the 1600s, and it hadn't been prevalent for a while, for centuries. So they had to change it. They had to translate it from the Hebrew into English. The English that they spoke at that time was called, is what we know today as Old Quaker English. All right, and they use words like lo and behold, you understand, and wherefore, and thitherto, and hitherto. You understand? They use words like that in the Old English language. All right, now today we speak in a more modern English. So we don't use words like lo and behold. All right, we say look. Hell, some of us speak Ebonics. All right, the point is the language changes, but the meaning doesn't. So you always want to go back to the Hebrew and figure out what the Hebrew translation for it is, because that's how you really understand the Bible. A lot of times you'll read the Bible and you think you understand it because you understand English, but the English version is only a translation from the Hebrew. So you need to go back to the Hebrew and figure out what that means, or Greek. All right, for instance, the New Testament is written in Greek. There are Hebrew words in the New Testament that they also translated to Greek. You understand? But the original writing, or not, I'm sorry, they translated it into Greek and then into English. All right, because there are some Bible verses, like when Christ was speaking, sometimes he would speak in Hebrew. Okay, sometimes Christ was speaking Hebrew, which lets you know that he spoke Hebrew. But the common language at that time was Greek. Just like in 2024, the common language is English. In the 1600s, the common language was the old Quaker English. So that's a little lesson about etymology. In case you don't know what etymology is the study of the origins of languages. That's what we like to study in here. In I.S.U.P.K, we study etymology because words change over time. They get new connotations to them. They get new. They add certain connotations to words that imply a different meaning than what was originally intended. All right. I hope I'm not losing y'all. I'm not trying to use big words, but I do want to educate y'all and give you a little lesson on language history. All right. Etymology is the study of the origins of language. You want to look that up, and always keep etymology on your mind when you're reading the Bible, especially. But also sometimes when you're having common conversations, because words like fair will come up. The word fair, if you look up the etymology of the word fair, it means pretty, beautiful. It does not mean light skin. But because of people's added connotations to that word, the context that they use it in, they refer to light-skinned or white people as fair because they think that white is beautiful. And that's cool. White people are allowed to think that white people are beautiful. I have no opposition for it. My only opinion is that black people and brown people are beautiful. So aren't I allowed to use the same word to describe black and brown people? Yes, because the etymology of the word fair means beautiful. It does not mean white. So you want to look into the etymology. Always look into etymology. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're breaking something down. Because you might think that it means something else when it doesn't. Or you might think it doesn't mean something else when it does. Any questions so far? No questions. Cool. All right, let's keep it rocking. So where we left off, I believe was verse 3. Well, maybe I think we left off on 4. All right, so let's go over 4. The book of Psalms, Psalm 83, verse 4. right, verse 4. Matter of fact, hold on 1 second. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna play this track.
Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. We riding. We riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Yeah, we riding. We riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. U.P.K run the corners and warlike apparel, we put on the whole armor. Fuck the numbers, the Lord with us, we stronger. Niggas in their feelings, but they better keep their distance, cause if they run up on us, it's gonna be an ugly day. We gon' fall on you faggots just like the Kentucky 8. Y'all niggas don't really want no problems, cause we got brothers on Shamar that's itching to get to solve them. Pray to get the order just to follow it. We don't give a fuck about your pride, better swallow it. I'ma ride for my brothers and I die for this truth. Don't believe me, and you could be the proof, nigga. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Mechanic of the Western, surrounded by my brothers, and damn it, it's a blessing. When we pull up on you while you panicking and stressing, acting like a bitch with anxiety, mixed with manic and depression. I can hear your heartbeat, and you scared cause you know them bullets ripping through flesh like sharp teeth. But you can catch the yard corral after you get your ass beat. We'll double back and finish the job. We can box it out or shoot shit. Whole team full of killers, don't push us cause we known to get ruthless. We welcome all smoke, we ain't hiding, nigga. You fucking with my brothers, then we riding, nigga. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding.
I need to travel and I see you, boy.
Shit was cool for a week, but when you meet, you find out she for the streets. She gon' bust it for the cheek. She for the streets, leave that hoe for the streets. Don't pay for pussy cause it's weak. No, you can't come with me, you belong in the streets. She fuck with you, and she try to fuck with me.
Man, y'all know these hoes for the streets, man. Y'all better leave them alone.
Let me tell you niggas about her whole mind. She was cool at first, but then the hoe done lost her whole mind. She was coming over cooking, had a nigga eating right. Baking chicken in the oven, boiling up some jasmine rice. By the time I would find that this hoe is always lying, and when you catch her in the lies, the bitch resort to crying. Realize she for the streets, it ain't take me much time. Had a nigga calling me, blowing up my fucking line. It was over before it started, this bitch was acting retarded, telling me it's just a brother. Yeah, as if I bought it, better be cautious. These hoes is up for auction. You taking home a woman that gave a box to the office, and it's gonna be a movie the way she party with sauces. If you think that hoe for you, then you have really lost it. Sorry, I'm being honest, the truth will come out regardless. So let this be a reminder that some of these bitches garbage. Shit was cool for a week, but when you meet, you find out she for the streets. She gon' bust it for the teeth. She for the streets, leave that hoe for the streets. Don't pay for pussy cause it's weak. No, you can't come with me, you belong in the streets. You covered, then she let another nigga beat. Man, I told you that these hoes for the streets.
$40 is $40. $40 is $40. Say it 3 times, bet she show up, get that pussy poppin'. She'll put you in the friend zone. I think she done let 100 niggas run 100 yards through her end zone. I wore hand-me-down clothes, never hand-me-down hoes, so I refuse to let you hand-me-down those, yeah. She wanna sip, I suppose, give her bread the whole loaf and buy a ring and propose the third one. Your open nose, she barely got on some clothes and fucking all of your bros and busting it when you gone, yeah. Man, that hoe gon' be a hoe, like JT said in that song. Might as well let her go, yeah. Hollering why she bad and how she is a snack, a woman with class, but she wash her face with her ass rag. Real ass bitch, give a fuck by the nigga, and none of you hoes can get a fuck out of nigga, yeah.
Shit was cool for a week, but when you meet, you find out she for the streets. She gon' bust it for the teeth. She for the streets. Leave that hoe for the streets. Don't pay for pussy cause it's weak.
All right, we back. Okay, it's locking for that. All right. All right. So Amarwa, okay. Again, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 4, in the Hebrew. Amarwa, right? So let's break it down. Amar is say or speak. Okay? Amarwa makes this past tense. It's talking about them. So they say or said. All right. They said Lakawa, which is yalak. Yalak is to go. That's the root word. This one is go past tense or come past tense. All right. Wa nakak yadam. Wa nakak yadam. All right, the root word here is kakad. Okay, kakad means to split, conceal, cut off. Right here, cut off. All right, and wa nakakidam means and cut them off. All right. Cut them off. Wa nakak yadam. Cut them off. Magoya. Ma is from. Goya is nations. All right. From nation. Wa la'a and no. Remember that word la'a. Wa is your preposition and. And no or not. Ya is a car. Ya is a car. Remember. Okay. And not remember. Shum, which is name. Yasher Allah. which means Israel. Okay? I-Y means again, or yet, and still. Also, translation, anymore. All right, so Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidum, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shum, Yasha'ala, Iwad. All right. They said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation and not remember the name of Israel anymore. That's the translation for Psalms 83 and 4. And now you can go into any concordance, any Hebrew dictionary, and look up these words. You might want to look up the root word if you're looking up the word, specifically that word. If you go and look up the root word, which is why I separated the root word from the preposition words, so that you can go and look up these words and compare them to the English. You understand? Scholars work hard, put years of work into researching these Hebrew words so they can translate it into English. That's what King James did. He commissioned translators to translate the ancient scrolls from ancient Hebrew and Greek into modern, at that time, modern English, now known as the Old Quaker English. All right, that's all he did. He didn't write the Bible. All he did was commission translators to translate the Bible from Hebrew and Greek into English. All right, so there you have it. Now you can go and do your research and look into a dictionary, look into a Hebrew dictionary, and find these words yourself. Because, of course, I do not want you to take my word for it. I do not want you to do that. I didn't take anyone's word for it. I went and researched the words myself because I didn't understand Hebrew. I didn't understand it one bit, but I did have an interest in learning the language. You understand? I had an interest in learning the Hebrew language, and that's what drove me to go and research these words and find out what they mean and why they mean that. Is the I.S.U.P.K right? Is this true what they're saying about the Hebrew? Well, I went and found out. And what I found out was, yes, the I.S.U.P.K is absolutely right about the Hebrew. And this is the only place that teaches the truth about the ancient Hebrew. So I encourage you, go and research and find out for yourself. Come back to class with all your questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if I can't answer your questions, then there's a man over me who can. All right? Next verse. All right, verse 5. All right, Kaya. Now what I tell you what? Lab Yakadwa Al Yaka Bar Yacht. Your car Yakaratwa. It's like it. This is the book of Psalms chapter 83, verse 5. So let's get the breakdown for the Hebrew language. All right. Now, Kaya. Kaya means for. All right. Now, what I to the what? Okay. All right. Now, what I to the what? The root word is Ya'itaza. Ya'itaza. All right, which means consulted or had counsel. Okay, na wa I tells a wa. Now I tells a wa, which means they have consulted together. All right, who consulted? They. This wa is past tense for they consulted. Na wa I tells a wa. All right. Love. Or okay, the word love is found in H3820, which means inner man. What is an inner man? It's like your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Your soul. Okay? They consulted with one spirit. That's your love, your inner man, your inner thoughts. They had one thought in mind. All right, they had one spirit. They were just like in the UPK, we say one mind, one body. You understand? We are all one body. They were all one body. They all had one spirit. They consulted together. Okay? Yakadwa, the root word is yakad, which means one. All right, so here we go. For they consulted with spirit one spirit. All right, one spirit. Al-Yaka. The root word is al. Al-Yaka. Al means against. Against. Yaka is a plural noun. Okay, against thee. They all were against thee. Thee is Old Quaker English for you. All right. Thee is Old Quaker English for you. All right, Bar Yah is Confederate. Now, what does Confederate mean? All right, this is H. So I'll give you the Strong's number is H1285. Confederate, Bar Yah. The root word is Bara'ah or Barah. Confederate, alliance. Covenant, pledge. All right, this word does not change. What else is Confederate? The Confederate Army in America. America itself. America is a confederacy, an alliance, a covenant. Okay, what do you do to the flag? You pledge allegiance to the flag. All right, allegiance means that you are down. You have devoted yourself. That's what you do when you pledge allegiance to the flag. You are saying that you are for the cause of that flag, of what that flag represents. Why do you think that? Wonder what's a good way to put this? I think I can say skinheads. Why do you think skinheads fly the rebel flag, the Confederate flag, still to this day? Even though they lost the Civil War, even though by classification they are an enemy to the United States of America, they still fly the flag freely because America is truly in allegiance with the rebel army. You understand? Which is why slavery still exists. If you are convicted of a crime, you by law can be a slave. Don't believe me? Go look it up. Look up the law of emancipation of slavery. Slavery is unlawful unless by punishment of a crime. Okay? You can be a slave if they punish you, if it's a punishment for committing a crime. And we all know that millions of Black and Hispanic men get thrown in prison, false imprisonment for crimes they did not commit. That's why there's so many, you hear it all the time. Oh, I didn't do it. Yeah, that's what everybody says. That's because damn near all of them are innocent. I'm not saying all of them are innocent, but a very large amount of Black and Hispanic men and women are innocent, and they're sitting in prison for no reason. Hell, 617 of them are buried in the back of a prison with no names on their grave. Go talk to Officer Tazadaki in Mississippi. You understand? There are 600. I believe the number is 617 now. It was 217, and guess what? That tripled. It tripled overnight. 617 unaccounted bodies of Black men in Mississippi dug up behind a damn prison. You understand? That's a lot of people to just go missing, to go be buried in some random grave with no name on it. That's the Confederate Army. That's America. That's the Confederacy. And every time you stand up and you pledge allegiance to the flag, you are Confederate with that army. You have made an allegiance, an alliance with that army. Okay? Meaning you don't care about your people. You don't give a damn about Black people, Hispanic people. You care about America. And every time you have your child stand up and pledge allegiance to that flag, you sending him right up under that umbrella. That same umbrella. You sending her right up under that same umbrella and committing her to her alliance to America. That's what the word Confederacy, that's what the word Confederate is talking about. All right. Next word, Yakaratwa. 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 The number, the strong number is H33712. Select it. Wait. 337. I'm sorry. 3772. 3772. Cut off. Or cut down. Okay, that's the root. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't give you the root word. The root word is karat, which means cut down or cut off. Now, in this concordance, this translates to well, this says they are. And honestly, I'm not really sure about why that's translated to they are. So that's a question I'm gonna ask later on to the men above me to figure out why Yakaratwa is they are when the translation is cut off or cut down. So again, if I can't answer the question, I have men above me who will. All right. So I'm going to ask this question later on. Why is Yakaratwa they are? It's translated to they are instead of cut down or cut off. That's a question I'm going to ask. But as it stands, Kaya Nawaita Zawa Lab Yakadwa Al Yaka Bar Yakaratwa. For they consulted in one spirit against the Confederate they are. All right. Hope y'all are writing this down. Take good notes. These are words that you're going to see tomorrow. And we're definitely going to read the prayers. And Psalms 83 is part of those prayers. So when you're reading along, you'll know what you're saying. I mean, because we pray in Hebrew. All right. These prayers are more powerful. There's more power in these prayers when they're written, when they're spoken in Hebrew. Why? Because the Most High, the Hebrew is the Most High's language. All right. So you can pray to him in English. I'm pretty sure he'll still hear you. If you know what I'm saying, if you're not a sinner. But praying in Hebrew has more power to it. All right, so next verse. All right. Psalms 83, verse 6. Aholia, Adawam, Wa Yashamai Alayam, Mawahaba, Wa Hagaryam. What does this mean? Aholia. The root word is ahal, which means tent, tabernacle, house, home. All right. Okay. Adawam. Adawam is Edom. Adawam, Edom. Yashamai Alayam. Yahweh is and. Yashamai Alaya. Yashamai Alaya is Ishmael. Right? And Ishmael, right? So the Ya and the Ma is boom. This makes it plural, a plural noun. Ishmael, you could say Ishmaels, but that would be grammatically incorrect. Ishmaelites be correct. And Ishmaelites, okay? Plural, Ishmaelites. Mawahaba is the name of the tribe of Moab. Mawahaba, Moab. Wahagaryam. All right, the Hagarenes, the children of Hagar. Wahagaryam. Okay, or I should say, and the Hagarenes. Okay, now these are names. You got Edom, Ishmael, Moab, Hagar. These are names of nations. These are people. All right, people descend from people. All of these names that you see up here are the forefathers of people, or the progenitors of people who exist today. All right? Because every nation had a starting point. No nation just came out of nowhere. The Chinese people didn't just pop up out of nowhere. They have a father. That's Moab. All right? The so-called Arabs, they have a father. That's Ishmael. And they know that. You can ask Arabic people, and they'll tell you they are descendants of Ishmael. They know this because they keep track of their history. The so-called Chinese, the so-called Asians, they know that they descend from Moab and Ammon. They know these things. This is why they're known as the Mongoloids. And there's a I guess it's not really a disease, but more like what would it be classified as? Like a handicap, so to speak. There's a handicap called Mongolism, named after the Mongoloids. All right, because it comes from the Mongoloids. It's the first time that people knew about Mongolism was the Mongoloid tribe, Moab. Okay, Mongolism, the symptoms of Mongolism is, wide eyes, or what they would call low eyes. Okay, cleft. They have like not cleft, but like the eyelid is puffed and it goes over the eye. These are here, I can pull it up. Let me pull it up. So you don't think I'm just talking crap. Oh man, I didn't even know we had Officer of 50 SWAP in the building. Shalom, y'all about y'all Shabbat thug. Can't hear you. I think your mic down. Still can't hear you. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me pull this up real quick. All right, I can hear you now. Let me pull this up real quick. All right, if you're looking at your screen, this is a quick Google search. You know what I'm saying? I could go deeper into it and get you the whole breakdown. Like I can go to Britannica and it'll show you the whole Down syndrome definition. Okay, but here's just a quick Google search. It says the obsolete medical term Mongolian idiocy and Mongolism referred to a specific type of mental deficiency associated with the genetic disorder now known as Down syndrome. The obsolete term for a person with Down syndrome was Mongolian idiot. All right, why is it called a Mongolian idiocy? It's a lot. So why are they calling this person a Mongolian idiot? Well, if you look at some of the images, right, here's what by their words, a Mongolian idiot looks like. Hold on, y'all can see it, right? This is by their terms what a Mongolian idiot looks like. Notice how their features share very similar features to the people known as Mongolians. These are the Mongolians. All right, you see how they have the same type of eyes. These people descend from Moab. Now, if you do your Bible history and research, you'll find out that Moab is a descendant of incest. Okay, Lot and his two children were Lot's two daughters got him drunk, and then they laid with him, had sex with him, so that they could have children, because they felt like they were the last people on earth, and they would never have children if they didn't get pregnant by their father. They got pregnant by their father, and thus were born Moab and Ammon. All right, the progenitors of the so-called Asian race. And now we know that they are the progenitors because they now call Moab the Mongoloids or Mongolian. And the Down syndrome comes from the term Mongoloid or Mongolian because they have the same features.
Salaki, sir, you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now.
Oh, all right. Well, saying Christ. Yahbashim Shabrakatah.
In other words, Down syndrome comes from Moab. Right? Because Moab has Down syndrome. due to incest. And the Hagarenes, Hagar, if I'm not mistaken, was one of Abraham's wives. She was the mother of Ishmael. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. One of Abraham's what's it called? Concubines. And so out of her came the Ishmaelites and the Hagarenes. So that's Psalm 83, verse 6. You got any questions you wanted to ask, Suwak? Officer Suwak?
I was gonna say that Hagar is an Egyptian woman.
Right. Exactly. Hagar is an Egyptian. What the Bible calls her is Sarah's Egyptian slave girl, Abraham's concubine, and Ishmael's mother. All right, these people have lineages, and you should honor your lineage. I'm saying, what people wouldn't honor their lineage? The Arabs, they honor their lineage. They know that they're the descendants of Ishmael. Other people try to tell them that they're not. I don't know why. They want to honor their lineage. See, the problem is blacks and Hispanics, they're so used to having a lineage given to them, a false lineage given to them. So whenever you compare biblical lineages to the people of today, for some reason, our people have a problem with it because we've always had our lineage taken from us and given a lineage. Lineages matter. That's how inheritances are passed down. All right, you get your inheritance from your father. If you don't have a father, you don't have an inheritance. And if a father doesn't have a child, he can't pass on his inheritance. Verse 7. Welcome back, Suwak. It's been a while.
Right. Salakia, I usually have class on Friday. I have to assist with, but Most High in Christ, no class today.
Yeah, for sure.
But I've been forgetting some of the Hebrew.
That's not good.
I learned, man. This used to be my favorite class on Friday, man.
Most High in Christ. Well, welcome back.
Right.
Now we're about to go over a lot more nations. Psalms 83 is a great lesson if you want to, learn about more of these nations that existed. All right. So now we have Gabal. I'm a one. Wa I'm Malak, Palashah, I'm Yeshabia, Tazawar. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 7. Now let's break it down. Gabal, right? This is a nation, another nation. Gabal. Who is Gabal? Let me put it up here so you can get it. H1381. Gabal, which means a boundary. That's what their name means, a boundary. Gabal. Okay? Let me see if they can tell you who Gabal was. A mountainous region inhabited by the Edomites, extending southward from the Dead Sea to Petra, now called Jabal. In the historians of the Crusades, Syria, Sabal by Josephus. All right, hold on. All right, so yeah, a boundary, a mountainous region. Okay, wa I'm a lump. It's like wa I'm a lump. It's like wa I'm a one. Okay, the wa again is and. I'm a one. What's up? Go ahead. You saying something, Suat?
No, I just got a little bit of a cold, so I can
Oh,
do that.
okay. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna mute myself up here.
All right, no sweat. It's that season, man. Well, I'm a one. I'm a one is another nation, right? I'm a one means tribal, and that he is a people dwelling in Transjordan, descendant from Lot through Ben-Ami. All right, the Ammonites. Again, this is Moab's brother / cousin / uncle. I am a one is Moab's brother / cousin / uncle. Why? Because his mother, who was his aunt's sister, had sex with their father. Weird, I know. So that's what it is. They're cousins / uncles / brothers. All right. And tribal, but here's the name Ammon. All right. Wa I'm Malak. Feel free to chime in anytime you want, Officer Sawat.
The water, sir. I was gonna say, if that's how Japanese and the Moabites, what do you think about the Koreans then?
Right, man. Listen, that little Kim is something else. That little Kim is he. I don't want to get banned or flagged, but he's definitely an Ammonite / Moabite. He's a Mongoloid for sure. He got that Mongolian idiocy, as they say.
Right.
Wa I'm Malak. Okay, I'm Malak. Wa being and I'm Malak is Amalek. Okay. Amalek. the son of Eliphaz, by his concubine Timnah, grandson of Esau, and progenitor of a tribe of people in southern Canaan. Now here's what you might be wondering about Amalek. All right. Amalek, like I said, one of the descendants of Esau. These people are known as the Jewish people today. All right, this is biblical history. Amalek is a descendant of Esau, who is today known as, people call them Jewish. A lot of Jewish people come from the tribe of Amalek, which is a descendant of Esau, aka Edom. All right. Palashah. Next word. Palashah is the Philistines. All right. Palashah. Philistines. You understand? A Hamite tribe, or what you would know as the Africans. And listen, man, Amalek, listen, this is your real tribe. Y'all not Jews. You're not from the tribe of Judah. Okay, I be asking them, I ask Jewish people, like, what tribe are you from? They don't know how to answer. They looking at me crazy, like I'm asking something foreign, like I got 3 heads or something. Right. All I'm asking is, what tribe are you from? And, Jewish people can't answer. Well, this is the tribe you're from. You're from Amalek. All right? You're not from what they call Ashkenazi. They love to say they're from the Ashkenaz tribe. Well, if that's the case, then you're not a Jew at all, because Ashkenaz is a descendant of Japheth. So that means that you're not even Shemitic. They love to say that people are anti-Semitic. Well, if you're from the tribe of Ashkenaz, Ashkenaz is Japhetic, not Semitic. So you shooting your own self in the foot by calling yourself Ashkenaz. Right. Man. But I will tell you this: you are from the tribe of Amalek. You're from the tribe of Amalek, descendant of Esau, who is Semitic. I give you that. Esau technically is Semitic. Comes from the tribe. From the bloodline of Shem, just like Jacob did. Jacob and Esau were brothers, so they're both Semitic. They're both Shemitic. They both speak Hebrew. But we go down 2 different paths after that. After that, it's a split. You know what I'm saying? Jacob and Esau. You know what I'm saying? The Bible tells you that they are, basically sworn enemies. That they're no longer even brothers, because Esau broke the brotherly covenant when he sought to kill or unalive his brother Jacob. You understand? He broke that covenant, that brotherly covenant. You're not supposed to treat your brother that way, no matter what he does. Right. He broke that covenant because of their vile obsession with putting us in a grave. All right. But yeah, you from the tribe of Amalek, man. You Africans, you come from the Philistines. A lot of them. Some of you come from Canaan. You know what I'm saying? There's tons of Hamitic tribes, but here's a point that you're going to have to understand. Every nation on earth comes from Noah. Noah had 3 sons: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. All right? Out of those 3 sons, the whole entire earth was populated. So you could be from the line of Shem, or you could be from the line of Ham, or you could be from the line of Japheth. But you can't be from all 3, because those are 3. It's like a tree. It's like one tree. Noah is the root. Like Noah is like, when you look at a tree, it's the base of the tree. Right? Noah is the base of the tree. And then you got Ham. That's one branch that branches off. Then you got Shem. That's another branch that branches off. You got Japheth. That's another tree that. Let me put it in art form. Maybe people understand it better that way. Here's the tree. Okay. Here's Noah. This is Noah. The tree is Noah. Here's one branch for Ham. Here's one branch for Shem. And here's one branch for Japheth. Okay? Ham, Shem, Japheth. This is Noah. Then you have tribes like the Ishmaelites. Okay? You have tribes like the Elamites. Okay? You have tribes like the Israelites. You have the Edomites. Now, these are not the only tribes that come from Shem, but these are some of them. Then you have Japheth. He had sons like Gomer, which broke off and, well, not broke off, but who had sons like, what's the name I mentioned? Ashkenaz. Okay, it was one of his sons. And just like a tree, there are different branches that branch off with different tribes. Okay? Of course, Israel, we know, had 12 sons, 12 tribes, 12 branches. Ham, Canaan, the Philistines, Polishah, so on and so forth. Everybody has descendants. These descendants still exist today. All right? It's just like a tree, like a family tree. But the difference is these branches right here go into a whole different branch. So whatever they got going on, that's their family. This is their family. This is that family. This is that family. It's a tree. It's a branch. Edom and Israel are two different branches. Okay? This is why they compare a family to a tree. Because just like a tree, it has different branches, and different branches come from out of that branch, and different branches come from out of that branch, and so on and so forth. Hope I made that clear. I don't know if I did. Y'all can tell me if I didn't.
Clear as day, Adawan.
All right, most high Christ. All right, next word. Ein means with. Yeshavia means the inhabitants. The root word is Yeshav. All right, the Strong's number for that is H3427. And for Ein, it's H5973. Yeshav, the inhabitants. All right. Yeshav means to dwell or inhabit. Right? To dwell, inhabit. To live. All right, to sit there, to exist there. The last word is Tazawar. Tazawar is Tyre, another Hamitic tribe. All right, so we got Gabal, Wa, I'm a one, Wa, I am Malak, Palashat, I am Yashab Yah, Tazawar. All right, Tazawar is a Hamitic tribe.
That's a lucky, sir.
Yep.
Right below the inhabitants, what does that say?
Dwell.
Dwell and then inhabit?
Yes.
The water.
And the bottom. Okay. So yeah, these nations, the names of these nations are somewhat important. They're important because everyone on the earth descends from a nation. This is the way the Most High set it up. He wouldn't do this for no reason. There's only one time where every family on the earth was unalive, and that was during the flood. Before Noah, during the story of Noah, right? Noah was the only survivor of the flood. So every family that existed before Noah's family was wiped away, literally, flushed out. They don't exist anymore. So if you are on earth today, you descend from Noah. And if you descend from Noah, then that means you descend from one of his 3 sons. Okay? Okay, if you're a descendant of Noah, that means you come from one of these 3 sons of Noah. That's it. That's the history, because there was only one flood story. It's not like it happened again where these nations were wiped out. These families were not wiped out. These families were not wiped out. In fact, the Most High, according to the Bible, the Most High promised that there will never be a flood ever again. And in the prophecies, there are prophecies that say that the earth will be cleansed again with fire. Now, according to biblical history and according to historians, there has never been a time where the entire earth was wiped out by fire. So it didn't happen yet. That's a future prophecy that has not come to pass yet. So these 3 families, these 3 sons and their families still exist. And if they exist, then that means that the people of today come from these 3 families right here. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So all of these nations, for instance, this Palashat, this nation comes from Ham. Amalek, this nation comes from Shem. They don't have it on here, but like I said, Gomer, Ashkenaz come from Japheth. You understand? Every nation on earth descends from these 3 families. Now you can run down the history, and in fact, if you go to Genesis chapter 10, it'll tell you who came from what family. It really literally breaks it down. It literally reads it out. It says the sons of Ham, Canaan, and Canaan begat so and such begat such and such. Shem begat such and such, and such begat such and such. It literally runs it down in the book of Genesis. All right. So if you ever want to learn who the nations come from, just read Genesis, and you'll see who comes from those lineages. Any questions?
Lot one.
No sweat. All right, with that, man, it's about that time. Over the time a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and salute out the water for being in the class, the water for everybody who joined in. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to I.S.U.P.K Florida on YouTube. Also, I.S.U.P.K Florida on Facebook. Follow us. And let me play a commercial before we go, because we will be having a debate on the 21st, this Sunday. Let me play the commercial real quick. One second. It's loading. We will be doing a live debate. It's going to be on Big O, but it's also going to be right here on the. Why can't I hear it? Can you hear it? It won't be on Cross the Line, but it will be on Big O. And it will be on War as Usual. You definitely want to subscribe, because next week, Sunday, January 21st, we'll be holding a live debate. The topic of the debate is, was the Bible written by colonizers? And we're going to prove the Bible was not written by colonizers. And the opponent is going to try to prove that the Bible was written by the colonizers. So you want to tune into that. I'm telling you, this is definitely a good event. It's a good discussion as well, because, you know, a lot of people don't understand that the Bible was not written by quote unquote colonizers. Okay, so make sure you subscribe. I just want to announce we will be doing a live debate. It's going to be on Big O, but it's also going to be right here on the War as Usual. It won't be on Cross the Line, but it will be on Big O. And it will be on War as Usual. Definitely want to subscribe, because next week, Sunday, January 21st, we'll be holding a live debate. The topic of the debate is, was the Bible written by colonizers? And we're going to prove the Bible was not written by colonizers. And the opponent is going to try to prove that the Bible was written by the colonizers. So you want to tune into that. I'm telling you, this is definitely a good event. It's a good discussion as well, because, you know, a lot of people don't understand that the Bible was not written by quote unquote colonizers. Okay, so make sure you subscribe. I just want to announce. I'm not sure if y'all heard that.
So, like you, sir?
Did you hear the video?
Like twice.
Oh, okay. All right. No sweat. I couldn't hear it for some reason. All right. So, with that being said, man, yeah, it will be a debate. You know what I'm saying? On the 21st, we'll be on Big O, but it will also be streamed on YouTube via War as Usual. So make sure that you subscribe to War as Usual on YouTube. Just type in the @ War as Usual, no spaces, WARASUSUAL. War as Usual. All right, subscribe so that you don't miss this. You know what I'm saying? The topic again is, was the Bible written by colonizers? Okay, so with that, man, I'm gonna salute y'all out. The Officer Suwak for being here.
Are you in the bar? I don't want.
All right, Yahweh show me how sharp thumb to all the brothers.
Shalom, Yahweh Shabbat.
All right, and to all the sisters, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'Shem Yahushua.
All right, shalom.
Shalom, Adon.